I gained 70 pounds and ruined my relationship. Is it okay to ask my girlfriend to stop making mean comments about it? Hey guys, come on in. My name is Mike, and today we're diving into some absolutely unhinged Reddit stories, and somehow the updates get even messier. Let's get into it. I, 23 male, gained 70 pounds and ruined my relationship. Is it okay to ask my girlfriend, 23 female, to stop making mean comments about it? Title is wrong, my age is actually 24. I just want to start by saying I don't blame her at all. She is a great girl, and I pushed our relationship to the breaking point by gaining so much weight that I am no longer attractive. Come on, don't be so hard on yourself. It's all entirely my fault, so I'm not angry with her. It's just that the frequency and increasing nastiness of her comments are starting to get to me a little. Maybe I don't have the right to feel this way. I don't know. I gained almost 70 pounds in our 2-year relationship, mostly due to depression, drinking, and letting up on my previous strict diet. When we started dating, I was fit, but a bit chunky at about 190 at 5'11". I had just lost about 40 pounds. I gained that back plus about 25 pounds more during our relationship, and I got to 258 pounds at 5'11 at my biggest. I have now lost 7 pounds on a diet. I'm disgusting. I can't even look at myself. I just hate when people talk about themselves like this. It's so important to talk to yourself how you would talk to your inner child. I know he's not really happy with what he's done and how he's affected the relationship, but it just really hurts me to see someone talk about themselves this way. She brought it up after I gained about 20 pounds, and then the comments got more frequent, and now she makes probably 3+ comments, insults a day about my weight. Here are some example things she has done or said. I know these may seem bad, but I'm not trying to demonize her. She is great otherwise. She refers to me as her morbidly obese boyfriend to her friends and anyone else behind my back. I am morbidly obese, I think. So she's not wrong, but it's very embarrassing. I guess I deserve it though.
Come on. What?
We had an argument, rare, where she called me a disgusting fat pig and said she was counting down the days until I of obesity. What the heck, man?
This is insane. Max. Yeah, quiet, I'm sorry.
This is not right. Even if you're going through something, there's no excuse to talk to your partner, or anyone really, like this. She apologized for that one, and we had a good talk about things after, but she soon went back to the comments. She buys me clothes that are too small. She says it's not on purpose, but I think it is, and then says something like, wow, I can't believe you've grown out of that already. One time she made me come with her to the shop to return a pair of jeans and swap for a bigger size. She made a massive fuss about it with the employee and basically just humiliated me in front of everyone at the store. I'm starting to think that your girlfriend isn't very nice.
You're very manipulative and conniving, and I don't like it.
She said she would only have sex with me if I lost at least 70 pounds. She says she can't help but find fat extremely unattractive. I do understand that, and it's okay to have preferences. I'm just doing my best to reach that goal, and I want to lose even more than that. She calls me greedy and says I have no self-control. She isn't wrong, but she will make me food. Then if I eat it, I'll say that I have no self-control. I never eat the full amount anymore, so I guess that tactic worked. If she makes me food, I'll only eat like a quarter of it so she doesn't say anything.
This is crazy.
What kind of mind games is this woman playing? My God. I get anxiety whenever I eat in front of people now. I get like sweaty palms and think that everyone is looking at me.
Yeah, because she's made you insecure about it.
Look, like you put yourself in this position, you're going through something, and that's totally okay, and that's very valid. But as long as you're making steps to improve yourself, she should acknowledge that, and she should help you and motivate you. I went out for Christmas dinner with my friends, and I only ended up eating a few bites because I was so anxious. I know that's a good thing, and I should be thanking her for that, but I don't want that anxiety to stay even when I lose weight. This isn't her fault though, obviously. She is not responsible for my anxiety. She tries to control everything I eat. I'm on a diet and have lost 7 pounds in the last 2 weeks. 7 pounds in 2 weeks, that's great. Not much, I know, but I'm going to start a water fast at the start of the new year. She didn't force me to do that, but I hate myself to the point where I would rather be than live in this body any longer, so I want to lose weight as quick as I possibly can. I know it's not her fault at all. I ruined the relationship when I gained the weight, not her. Her reaction is understandable. She doesn't want a fat boyfriend. It must have been frustrating to watch me gain all that weight. I feel terrible for what I've done to her. When I was younger, I think most kids go through a bit of a chubby phase through puberty. I was a skinny kid, and then I think I turned 14 and I just became really big. And I don't know, I was really hard on myself, and I had a bit of body dysmorphia. I still to this day am very conscious about how I look. I just feel like it's so important to talk to yourself with love and respect. The more destructive your language, the more sad you feel, and the more destructive your behavior becomes after that. She always says how much happier I will be if I lose weight, and I know she's right. It's just I can't help but feel hurt and almost afraid of her sometimes. Not like actually afraid, just like afraid that I'm physically repulsing her. I unconsciously suck in my stomach whenever I'm around her. Sometimes she treats me like I'm the most disgusting thing she's ever seen. I agree that I am physically repulsive, but I can't can't help but be hurt sometimes. Should I just accept it? That's what I've been doing so far. However, since I started losing weight, is it okay to ask her to stop making the comments? She shouldn't be making these comments to begin with. It's not about telling you that you're fat in gross ways. It's not about buying you clothes that are too small or humiliating you when you're eating. There's a way to do it, and I don't like the way she's handling it. I think for sure you should be able to ask her to stop making the comments. Update 1. 5 days later. Sorry this is kind of long, but it did get quite eventful. Thank you so much to everyone who commented. It helped me see my relationship in a different light. So thank you all, even the ones who said I deserved it. The general consensus was that she was a which honestly shocked me at first. I really expected every comment to support how she treated me and say she was just trying to help, etc. I thought I deserved to be for gaining weight. I still kind of believe that, but I think most people treat their partners with kindness. I never want anyone to feel the way I did due to their partner. Although the high stress anxiety levels I felt constantly are pretty terrible for losing weight. I had convinced myself that I was disgusting and undeserving of love and she was just trying to help. But now I realize she probably wasn't even trying to help me at all. It's hard to think that of her because I love her a lot still despite her faults. And that's what love is, right? Loving your partner despite their faults.
Hell yes.
And look, if you hit a point where their cons outweigh the pros, then leave the relationship. I realized there were a lot of things in our relationship that I was uncomfortable with that I felt like I could never bring up because she would get upset and start crying. So I would end up comforting her, or she would just turn it on me and get angry and blame me. Things always had to go her way or she would start crying. My girlfriend was entirely dependent on me for money and I paid for literally 95% of things. Interesting. She never wanted to get a job because I paid for her. I was okay with this because I loved her and felt like I had to prove myself to be worthy of her. I paid all the rent and bills. I don't want to assume. I'm not a therapist. I'm not an expert in all these things, but maybe she was just trying to put you in a position to make you feel like you had no other option. 2 days ago, New Year's Eve, I was in our bedroom on the phone when I got a text. It was from an unknown number calling me a fat and something about how I didn't deserve my girlfriend. This wasn't too unusual. I have been receiving texts from several random numbers for months, mostly about my weight, but also about all sorts of things. Who the hell's texting you this stuff, man? I just want to give you a hug. Can I have a hug?
Give me a hug.
No way.
Come here.
I had several ideas of who it could be, and it was honestly eating me up inside. It was giving me extreme anxiety because they seemed to know so much about me. A few hours later, on a whim, I decided to call the number. I have done this before, but it never got answered. I even spoofed my phone number and still nothing. You can probably see where this is going. Vibration came from my girlfriend's bag in the cupboard. I guess she forgot to put it on silent. It was like the biggest sinking feeling I have ever felt. She had purchased a burner phone specifically for texting me. She sounds like she's got the personality of a wet blanket.
Bro, kick her out.
I don't like her one bit. She took time out of her day just to put me down anonymously and wear me down further. She wanted me to be hurt and not trust anyone around me. I'm not an expert on this, but my guess is she was doing this to manipulate you into thinking you had no one else, you couldn't do any better, so you had to stay with her. Probably because you're doing everything for her and she doesn't want to work and she just wants to live this comfortable life. I don't like this very much. I want to hug you. I said this already. I truly never thought she was responsible for them. The thought had come into my head a couple times, but I immediately pushed it out. I didn't believe she was capable of something like that. She was always sympathetic when I got the texts and was trying to help me find out who sent them. It hurt so badly. I can almost forgive everything else, but everyone has a breaking point. I'm glad you hit this point because it's time to get the heck out of here! Tell her to pack her damn bags and get a job and get the
Out of here!
I just feel completely worthless. How disgusting must I be if my own girlfriend wants to say these things to me? Why would she do this? I don't understand. I guess she wanted me to be under her control, even more dependent on her emotionally. I'm trying to get out of the mindset that I deserve this. You do not deserve this. Where are your friends in this? Do you have any friends that you can talk to, or like parents or siblings or anything like that? I knew I had to end it and I had to do it before she would make me change my mind. I gathered all her stuff up and put it into bags. I was getting extremely upset while doing it and almost stopped, but I was also angry. I don't really get angry, and I previously just accepted her treatment, but something in me just snapped. I was actually mad at her for once. She was at her friend's house preparing to go out for New Year's Eve. I did feel guilty for ruining her night, but she already ruined mine. Yeah, she ruined your night. She ruined your year, bro. I wanted to try and leave her in 2019 and start the new year without her. I had to do it right then before I thought about it too much and forgave her like I did for everything else she had done. I called the locksmith to come and change the locks. Hell yeah, dude. Playing chess? Love that. Love that. Hey, Happy New Year. Oh, you can't get in? Oh, it's too bad. You better go stay at a hotel, you crazy baby.
And snap!
I knew she would have an extreme reaction to being broken up with by her obese boyfriend who doesn't deserve her, no matter the circumstances anyways, so I just had to do it. I texted her, I found your other phone, I love you, but I can't put up with this anymore. All of your stuff is in bags in the hall. Please come by and collect it tomorrow. I changed the lock, so you will have to let me know when you're coming beforehand. Happy New Year. Round of applause! Round of applause!
Yes!
Kick that out of there, bro.
It doesn't matter how you look, no one deserves to be treated that way. Yes, saying Happy New Year was a bit petty. We like this. We come from Charlotte Dobre channel, yeah. To say she didn't respond well to this would be an understatement.
Give me the tea.
She called me crying, telling me she was sorry and would stop. She told me she was just trying to help me and that she was doing it out of love. She told me she loved me more than anything and she was so sorry. I almost believed her, but I didn't give in. I apologized to her and hung up. She's like a mermaid singing a siren to one of those sailors, being like, come swim with me, I'm a beautiful mermaid. And then when they go out there, the mermaid drowns them. Don't do it. She called me back 2 minutes later, angry and screaming, how could I dare do this to her? Called me a fat, disgusting piece of and said she never loved me. Wow. True colors. Looks like you made the right move. She screamed that she never wanted me and that no one ever will. She screamed that even my own family didn't care about me. This hurt because my mom was and my dad left when I was 10 and I haven't seen him since. She said that whenever we had she was thinking about her ex and praying for it to be over. I guess she was just trying to say anything that would hurt me. Oh my.
I need a drink.
I need a minute. I need a minute. This is heavy. I'm trying to think of like the meanest things anyone could ever say. There's like a long list, right? And I'm pretty sure she hits everything on that list. I blocked her number. She called me back again on her friend's phone screaming, how dare I block her and how dare I could leave her with no place to stay on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year.
Suck on that!
I didn't do that. I would never leave her without a place to sleep. She could go to her parents and she has plenty money that I gave her, so she could get a taxi and stay in a hotel if she preferred. She also said beforehand that she was staying at her friend's that night anyway, so she's just a little lying. She posted on her Instagram story that she was heartbroken and that her boyfriend had left her homeless on New Year's Eve due to a little misunderstanding. After everything he put me through, he still does this. I loved him and thought he loved me, but I guess I was wrong. You hear that? This is me playing the widowest, tiniest violin for you. You block her. She calls you on a friend's phone. Block her again. She goes to Instagram. This girl's a mess. I then receive messages from her friends telling me I'm a horrible person and she deserves so much better than me. What world are her friends living in? Do they not see how she talks to you? Her mother, unpleasant person, called me saying she was calling the police on me and that I was
Okay, mama.
She also brought up my weight and said that it was laughable that I would break up with her looking the way I do and I would never get anyone better. Oh, God. All of this was stressing me out to the extreme. I hate confrontation in any form and I think I was just constantly shaking the whole evening. My girlfriend's friend ended up calling me on a different number and said that she and her boyfriend weren't comfortable letting my girlfriend stay over at their house anymore. They freaked out due to my girlfriend screaming at me on the phone and she was apparently screaming at them as well, saying she was going to me. Oh, maybe her friends are realizing that she isn't the best friend after all. Oh my God. All her other friends at the house were freaked out too, and she was effectively uninvited from their New Year's Eve night, and they were trying to find a way to get her to leave. She was telling them that she had no money and no way of getting to her parents. This was just a straight up lie. I had given her £500 several days ago. I sent her an extra £100 out of guilt anyway. You're doing way more than you should. I don't know where she went for a few hours, but she came back to my house around 2 a.m. and started trying to kick the door in and picked up a rock and tried to smash the window.
Here's Johnny.
It broke the window but didn't smash all the way through. She was screaming and crying through the letterbox. I ended up caving and letting her in once she calmed down somewhat, as my brother was there to back me up. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't let her in, dude, especially when she's this crazy at 2 a.m. Probably had a few drinks. And I would think about calling the police. Like, she sounds a little bit scary if you ask me. But who's asking me, right? Like, what do I know? I'm just a doctor. She was drunk and tried to attack me, but I held her back. Eventually, she just started crying. I felt really bad for her at this point and was almost ready to let her stay just for the night, but thankfully my brother ended up getting a taxi with her to take her to a hotel for the night. I felt really terrible the next day. I loved her and we spent 2 years together. I keep wondering if she's right, that I will never find anyone again. I can't see why anyone would want me. I also feel really guilty for what I did and I was probably too harsh on her just to kick her out like that. No, dude, she's manipulative, she's toxic, this is a terrible situation. You sound like you're someone someone who's been through a tough go and you need someone who cares about you and loves you and will motivate you positively to lose your weight and build you up. Her mother came to collect her stuff yesterday and started screaming at me. Seems like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Saying that I ruined her daughter's life, etc., etc. I feel really bad. I hope she's okay and I want her to get help and realize why she treats people the way she does. I know I wasn't the first. I brushed off so many stories about her and just ignored all of the signs. With the weight loss, I'm currently continuing my diet instead of water fasting like I planned. I want to try and do a sustainable diet instead of just starving myself for a month and probably gaining it back. I want to try a 7-day water fast to detox though. Hey, look, baby steps. I am no expert, I'm no dietitian, but as I mentioned earlier, I was very conscious of my weight, and I still am. I still have a little bit of insecurities about my body. When it comes to diet, this is my opinion. I think you always want to do things that are sustainable. And just think about it in terms of phases, okay? Like slowly do these little phases. The more extreme swings that you have with your diet, the harder it is to maintain something a bit more sustainable. Just do what you're doing, you know? Just keep taking baby steps, one step at a time, set goals, and know that it's a process, all right? It's okay. Like you can take one step forward, 2 steps back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But as long as you have your North Star and you're focused on something and you're talking to yourself positively, that's okay. Just keep going. Sorry. Lecture's done. I love you. I'm sending lots of love and farts and poop jokes. I also need to stop relying on alcohol to relax in the evening. It was a big reason I gained the weight. I realized I have been consuming at least 600 calories a day in alcohol alone, 3 pints of beer. I definitely used it to cope with the stress and I need to develop better coping mechanisms. I'm going to lose all the weight in 2020. I hope you did. And I'm also going to get into therapy so I can sort out my head. There are so many unhealthy thoughts I have, and I don't think hating yourself as much as I do is normal. I feel sad, but strangely relieved and like I can actually make changes in my life without her. Damn right. That's the most important thing, man. You gotta believe in yourself. You may have gained the weight on your own, but she didn't make you feel good about it, and that perpetuated those negative thought patterns. Woo! Man, that was heavy. Can we all just take a second? Can we just take a second?
Oh, good. You stopped talking.
That was crazy, but guess what? We got one more update. Update 2. Over 1 year later. Hey guys, I hadn't checked this account in like a year, but suddenly got a load of notifications to my email and saw that my story got posted on YouTube. If anyone cares, I'm doing a lot better now, and it makes me physically cringe reading that old post. I was such a doormat and let her walk all over me. I'll never let anyone treat me like that again. I'm so proud of you. I don't know you. I don't know if that's condescending to say like I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you. I managed to lose all the weight I gained plus some in lockdown. Unfortunately gained 10 pounds back in the most recent lockdown due to exercising less, but I'm working on losing that again. I'm still much happier and healthier than I was, drinking less too. My ex tried periodically to contact me, but seems to have now got a new boyfriend. Hopefully she doesn't put him through the same shit. I've been on a few dates, but no new girlfriend yet. Soon though. I think I'm in a much healthier place to have a relationship now. Thanks for all the support. You cannot truly love anyone until you truly love yourself and accept yourself for who you are. Loving yourself raises your self-esteem. You have to make sure that you talk to yourself nicely, you have to treat yourself nicely, and do things that make you happy. And also give yourself a break sometimes. But I'm glad you took all these big steps. Want to go to the comments? Holy blah, that is beyond a... My brother gained 20 kilograms while dating his girlfriend because of really hectic schedules, poor sleep, and no exercise, and she's been nothing but loving, positively pushing him to go for walks with her and sharing his diet and loving on him, and just, that's how it should be. I am so sorry, OOP. Yes, this is what relationships are all about. Loving someone faults and all, and at their lowest, not being mean to them, but helping them get back up onto their feet. OP successfully lost at least 100 pounds of weight and freedom of spirit with like one message. I bet it'll be much easier to meet his body goals without that stress machine in his life. Damn right. It's amazing how much negativity can really affect you, how negative reinforcement can really push you in the wrong direction. Compassion and love goes a lot further than berating and hate. She was clearly him to keep him depressed with low self-esteem, allowing her to keep using his money to be worthy of keeping her because of the absolute glee she appeared to have about it. I'm suspicious she might be a feeder also, but either way, it was obviously so much easier to eat healthily without her there. Exactly what I thought too. He was the one providing for her, and she wanted to lower his self-esteem as much as possible, and I think he did the right thing. He got her out of his life, and now, amazingly, his life is turning around for the better. Buying a burner phone just to send anonymous insults to your partner is sociopath behavior. Yeah, that's really dark. Imagine the demons in her brain. I want to buy a burner phone and text Charlotte romantic things.
Ah, so romantic.
But But then she will think that it's someone random. Maybe I should just text her nice things with my phone.
That's a great idea.
I already do that though.
I get her flowers all the time.
I think I'm a good husband. I don't know. I do fart on her though. Absolutely heartbreaking read. I'm so glad OOP seems to be doing so much better a year later. I want to highlight this comment thread where people said a lot of things I was feeling and I think helped OOP quite a bit. I don't know why I said that so loudly. And I want everyone here to know, nobody deserves to be treated like OOP's girlfriend was treating him. Yes, even you, reading this, convinced you're an exception because you are uniquely terrible. I don't care what you've done. I don't care what's wrong with you. You don't deserve this. Nobody does. We all deserve basic respect and dignity, especially from the people closest to us. If someone in your life is treating you similarly as OOP's girlfriend was treating him, and you believe you deserve it, please seek help. Please try to get away from that person. Yes. I love that. It's so true. Everyone deserves basic human decency and love. If you enjoyed this video, then you're gonna love this one. Let me know in the comments what I should do next, and of course, subscribe.